do that too.
No. But it had the hand, and also in the I think in the Book of Revelation it said something about how you should never sell your body to do that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like once you do that, you're actually like it's.
Oh,
super
that's the mark of the beast, right?
the mark of the beast.
That's
Yeah,
what they say,
the mark of
yeah,
the beast. So it's like that stuff, this new technology, that's all it is. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's like foreshadowing.
There's a lot of shit that's in the Book of Revelation that's kind of popping up right now.
Yeah.
Especially like the fires and stuff. That's a huge one.
No, when you showed me the Simpsons thing, I was like, "There's no way." I swear that they just created this, but it
Nah,
didn't. It was actually
it's real, bro. Everything's being predicted. I don't know. I think I don't. I really feel like culture kind of imitates, or no, almost predicts real life. Like pop culture predicts real life what happens.
It's like, how would they get the message out through the kids? Like that's the easiest way. Like
Yeah.
we participate in pop culture damn near every day. This shit is pop culture. All this, pop culture.
Yeah. Fuck,
So
bro.
it's weird.
You heard the Joker theory? You know Batman?
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight. Have you heard the Joker theory?
No.
So there's a theory that the Joker in Batman, he's actually the hero of the Dark Knight.
The Joker. Just low key, I can get that. I think.
So hear me out. Look. Batman is obviously the hero, but Batman being in the city causes what? It low-key causes
Violence.
Loki causes violence.
Yeah.
Because in order for there to be a Batman, it has to be bad. Now, when the Joker appeared, in the Dark Knight at least, what did he do? He, deadass, stopped all of the other rival gangs, all of the other organized crime, and he made him pretty much the lead of everything. So there's no longer competition.
Yeah.
There's no longer anybody fighting each other because they're all under one
gang. Yeah.
right? Now, what ended up happening too, because of that, because of his reign, Batman kind of disappeared for a while.
Okay.
And that was after the Joker was stopped. That was actually after the Joker was stopped. Because since the Joker's done, and that was just one gang,
Okay.
it's peace.
That's fucked. That Loki is true.
Think about it.
Bro was gone for a minute. Probably Gotham City is probably blessed.
Real
You know what I
shit.
mean?
So, theory, does it take one evil to stop and prevent other evils, maybe even worse?
Why is that though?
Does it take a lesser evil to stop like bigger evils and other problems? Because if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Like, if there's not gonna be, let's say, the elites, right? Who would replace them? If you deep it like that, who would replace them? Like, and think about it on a sense of, okay, if there's a gang war in a city, one gang's always gonna be at the top, and then boom, let's say you get knocked off, like in The Godfather.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna replace him, and what if the person that replaces him is worse?
It's worse.
Because there's conflict already at the start.
So there would be no more gang.
No, there would be more.
There would be more.
There'd be more. Or, I don't know. What do you think? I guess it just depends on the person and their ideals, right?
Yeah, because it's like, so if evil wins, because they're trying to knock off good, right? That's
Yeah.
why there's evil in the first place. So once the leader is evil, then everyone turns evil and it's regular now.
And it's regular,
so
exactly.
it's like one society. There's no difference.
Yeah.
That's why.
But I don't want to believe in like a true evil. That's terrible. Like, you wouldn't want that in a society. But what I'm thinking is, once that evil gets knocked down, once that one evil gets knocked down, there's only one target. Then after that, is it not peace? Feel me?
Yeah, because imagine there was no God. There was just the other side. Everyone, no one's fighting anymore because it's like,
And it's
there's
over,
no side.
yeah. But it takes, you know what I mean, to be destroyed so that peace can come. That like the righteous can come. Feel me? If you bag it like that. I've been thinking about that recently. Like, if there was a superhero, like let's say in Toronto right now, there's a superhero, and he has powers that are able to, I guess, stop people. would a bigger evil come to almost counteract it because there's a competition on the street? Somehow, right? Because once there's one thing or something, just like the Coca-Cola and Pepsi thing, another would pop up.
That's kind of scary.
Like without Jumpers Jump, there wouldn't be that other fake podcast that copies us. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be no, right? Like it takes one to have another.
That's why the shit that like the rapture and shit that scares me is like I see all the comments like, oh, the real will know that this is not the God, and like the fake will know that this is actually will fall into the trap and stuff like that. He's like, how would you actually know?
You would I don't know. I guess it's through faith.
Through fake. Because the only thing that really is saving us. So a lot of people would obviously fall for that because it is saving us. But like it's like the Joker, how it's like, no, this is actually the real hero, maybe.
You want the crazy theory?
What?
This is like this gets dark though.
I'm gonna start overthinking because this is the rapture is the one thing that like made me overthink.
No, this is where it gets fucked.
Yeah.
So, you know Project Bluebeam, obviously.
Yeah.
So the theory is like they're gonna start a fake, almost rapture apocalypse.
Yeah.
With Project Bluebeam being aliens or whatever it may be.
And they're just holograms.
Yeah, and it's just holograms. It's all fake.
Yeah.
But everybody's gonna be fucking tripping out because it looks real.
Exactly.
But it's not gonna be the god of Catholicism or Christianity. It's something else, alien, or whatever it may be, to try and fool us and make us, you know.
And it's fucked too, cause like, they've already started testing those holograms. Like in the NFL field, they had a panther for the Florida Panthers go around and start jumping.
That's just real.
Yeah. And then I think it's like I don't know if it's 4D or like it's 5D or something where these holograms can actually touch you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So obviously, if you don't know anything about these conspiracy theories, you're gonna like, nah, you're gonna run away from it. But obviously, they can't do anything but touch you. But the real ones will know, like, okay, this is just a fucking hologram.
I know, but
yeah, that's why it scares me.
You know why it scares me a lot? Because, fam, I'm pretty sure. Because you know how I just said like, pop culture imitates real life or predicts real life. That's dead ass what happened in Spider-Man.
What happened in Spider-Man?
You know Mysterio when he used the drones to create like a fake event.
No, I don't remember that because I didn't watch it.
Oh, so Spider-Man Far From Home, or yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. There's this supervillain named Mysterio. He wanted to pretend he's a superhero, so almost like a false god or like a savior. He created a hologram that looked like a threat, and he pretty much like planted explosives and shit, things to fall over on people, and just a huge natural disaster that he would save everybody from.
So they would start like
So
praising
that
him.
they would praise him as the hero, but he was the one orchestrating everything.
That's crazy. Did he get caught or like it worked?
Spider-Man saved the day, obviously. He saved the day, but it's still like people got hurt, everything happened, yeah.
Because now I believe in like that whole alien thing. Because there's been I think it was like the biggest UFO alien sighting, and it wasn't pushed on the news.
Yeah.
So it happened in Zimbabwe. Have you heard of this story?
Yo, that's the one of the kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So what do you call this? I think around Zimbabwe, around 10 a.m., everyone saw some flying objects moving at like crazy speeds, right?
Yeah.
Everyone overthink. And then it was luckily for these kids in school. Imagine you missed out on school that day, but that's kind of crazy.
You got a sick day? Oh, shit.
But
Y'all
these-
saw aliens?
But these kids in school literally just saw the object flying and the people in it.
Yeah.
So on their break, they went out to recess on their midday break, and they seen object flying saucer like fly into like an area with bushes, and they all said it was flashing red, yellow, blue. So obviously like the typical Asian you see in the no, not Asian, the aliens you see in the cartoons. And then one kid. All the kids went up to it and got closer, and they seen a figure. So how they described it, big head, big eyes, like black bodysuit, and weird like fingers, like long fingers, like Sally, you know the thing. And then the kicker was that they wouldn't even communicate with them through verbal.
Oh, it would be like
So-
psychic.
Telepathy. So the alien would look at the kid straight in the eye and like give them images, and the kids were like, "Whoa, what's going on?" and shit like that. And then it was funny because they all got interviewed. They all drew the alien, and it all looked the same. So it's like,
Hill incoming.
Locate the hill. Become its administrator.
Hill ready.
They must seek medical attention.
We've lost a teammate.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, this happened a long time ago.
Hill
I think this,
control.
when was this, like a 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
something like that?
But it did never. That's crazy. That shit should get pushed crazy.
Yeah, but like nobody, it's so, especially at the time, it's
Yeah.
so far from what we think could be real.
I guess.
At least right now, it's a little bit more, we're kind of desensitized to crazy ideas and crazy concepts, that everything kind of more different or like, I guess you could say obscure. It's a little bit more normalized. Like, let's say the first time you heard of a skinwalker,
Then it
but,
would be crazy.
but it was like you're 5 years old, around 2005. Sorry, around 2005, some shit like that. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, sounds crazy. Or even something as in AI for the first time, like speaking, being controlled, blah blah. You'd be like, yo, what the? But now we're dead ass desensitized. Nothing that crazy can happen. Like, I hope not. You know what I mean? Like, pray to God not. But we're kind of like already prepared to see shit.
Because why is there a fucking apocalypse preparing show? What was that one where they prepare for it? Days Before Dead or something?
Doomsday Prepper.
Doomsday
Yeah,
Prepper.
Doomsday
Like,
Prepper.
why is that even a thing? If they, you know what I mean?
I think it's after Walking Dead.
Yeah, probably.
I think Walking Dead was the first show that made everybody start thinking about like what would the apocalypse really be. And then they had like 2012 in there. Remember that movie? And then everybody started
Everyone
like
thought
thinking
it
about yeah.
That's so
everybody
stupid.
thought
As a
that
kid, I
shit.
really thought that like I would not just wake up. Like it was so in my brain, like fuck. I was like saying, yeah, oh mom, this is the last day I'm gonna see you. And I was in like grade 5, so I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
yeah.
So I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually still alive. Like this shit is fake. That was my first like conspiracy theory, like as a kid, like that got into my brain.
I remember we had like a apocalypse party, me and my friends.
What the hell?
No, because it was supposed to be like 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 or something. Like it's 12, 12, 12. And we were outside at recess at 12 and we're waiting for 12, 12. And me and all my friends were just like in the field, right? I don't know why this is the song, but we played Give Me Everything Tonight by Pitbull and Neo. When we're all in a circle, everything tonight.
You're about to die.
'Cause all I know, there might not be tomorrow. And then we're all like holding hands and jumping and shit. And they're like, oh fuck, here he goes. And then nothing happened.
Yeah, that's so funny. As a kid, it's like, imagine a teacher seeing that, like, what, there's a ritual going on right now.
You know what's jokes?
Yeah.
In Rick and Morty, there's this thing. Rick pretty much brings Morty to apocalypse parties. So what happens, since they can travel through space and time, they would travel across the universe to worlds that are about to face their apocalypse. And since they're about to face their apocalypse and they know it's coming, everybody on the planet is what? Partying and shit, doing their last, you know what I mean? Loki, there's like a lot of like orgies and stuff going on. But he would go out with Morty, bring him to like the next apocalypse planet, and then they would do a whole bender of like apocalypse parties.
So sick.
Crazy.
That's low-key a sick storyline. Whoever came up with
Yeah,
that,
it's really interesting
Yeah.
because that's what probably happened. Like, mans would probably like, okay, if this is the day, let's like party.
might as well.
You know?
That's interesting. Yeah, because it's like, as a me, I think that no one's partying. Like, I think people are just stressing.
No,
for real.
there's gonna be
There's
people.
gonna be people partying.
There's gonna be people like numbing themselves. You know what I mean? Like going out with a blast type of shit. Because realistically, you would. That's ideal. No, I guess that would be ideal
Probably.
in a sense of like joy, or at least I don't know, contentment.
Yeah.
But I guess there's different ways people can find that. A lot of people, I want to say the majority of people, that's how they find their enjoyment, is through those like partying, clubbing, or whatever, those type of experiences. But some people are different. Some people, they find their joy out of like them sitting on a couch with a book.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that, but everybody has like their own flavor.
Facts. Have you seen Pussy 2's vlogs?
It's
So
going
far?
crazy, bro.
Fam, I'm telling you, he was in Toronto. I was actually telling like all my friends, like if you like my girlfriends,
Yeah.
if you're around him, like make sure you just don't
Why
'Cause
is he gonna like harass them?
Yeah, most likely. Like, you know how he was in the airport and like he started kissing on like some girl and stuff like that. Like, so you gotta be careful with that because the camera will make them do some shit. So it's like it's weird.
You think if Fuzi told you to do something crazy, you would do it on camera?
No, I probably wouldn't. Before I would probably, but because he was a cool guy back then. But now he's fucking insane. So I don't think.
Yo, this guy, he always like goes on a, I don't know what you would call it, like an arc in his life.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that that is like, I don't know if it's a humiliation ritual again, but I feel like he's doing all this because he's trying to sell his soul and get that kick deal.
Maybe.
Because you know how Kick is literally giving out millions of dollars, and you
Yeah.
know how the Illuminati, you can say Illuminati is a person who takes you and makes you a millionaire, right? Aiden is that guy, right? And I don't know if you've seen Charleston White.
Nah. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So Charleston White was very cautious of like what he was doing with Aiden, because he said that he got brought to the house. What do you call this? There was rituals. There was there was every floor was another scene. So he would get used as a scene, and at the end of it, if he passed that test, he would get that $12 million deal. Charleston was so smart that they used him for content, and he said, "Fuck that, I'm out." He never got the deal because he knew.
Trajectory.
But he said he was like, yo, they sat me at the table. Girl to my left, a girl to my right. White girls, like I was eating nice, like they were about to, like they were buttering me up for something.
Damn. So that's him saying like, yo, they're trying to get me.
They're trying to
into-
get to sign you. You feel me? So they have ownership of him.
Yo,
It's scary, bro. It's scary. Yeah.
Well, I'm playing Bittersweet, you know. Oh, I got a show.
Differently.
Yeah.
When it's practiced differently, and you'll see a lot. That's why I try to preach as much as possible. Where, yo, really take in what you're consuming. 'Cause a lot of times, the music you listen to, it may be packaged nicely, may feel good, but there's another agenda behind it. There's something else that's at play. Because if you take it onto like a spiritual sense, can you see spirits? Not everyone. Most likely, like, you can. So, would you be able to see spiritual warfare?
Probably not.
Probably not. But how would it be played?
The
You know what I
way-
mean?
yeah,
it would be played that way, through frequency, through you doing an act that you think it may be, through some sort of deception. It would try to get you,
Yeah.
and that's what temptation is. That's dead ass like what the devil is.
Yeah.
Is like
His biggest lie
Sneaky.
was his biggest lie was convincing everyone that he doesn't exist.
exactly.
Overshield inbound.
But fam, the more you just open your eyes to it and like you start to question, okay, these people take part in this thing and this is how it affects their lives.
Overshield.
It may seem cool, but why am I trying to? Do I really want their life? You get me? Like, we all know, a gangster life takes you down a path of pain. You know what I mean? Violence and all of these things, tragedy. So why does everybody aspire to do it? It's because the music is so tempting. It's like, you know, Lil Mabu, the white kid, and yes, he makes really good drill music, like for real. But if you think about it, he came from a really good family. There's no reason to it, but because it's trending and it's popular, he wanted to take part in. And shit, he did find success, but it's kind of fucked up.
I know. We all go through that though.
S7.
But at the end of the day, it's like I think you have to go through it to know. At the end of the day, it's like this is what I like. Because I'm not gonna judge if you fall for that temptation first. But at the end of the day, you have to realize like, oh, I'm only gonna smoke because I like it. You know, I'm not gonna smoke because they have something in their mouth that they're puffing out smoke. You know, or it's like I'm gonna drink because everyone else is drinking. You know, everyone falls for it at some point, but it takes a bigger person to realize like, okay, that's cool, I did it, but this I don't really like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people would just they'll go down, they would get addicted now. So now that literally a stupid friend influenced them, and now they're grown up
And
and
they're like a drug addict or whatever.
now
it
they
may
have to
be.
get therapy, shit like
Yeah,
that.
like shit. Some people were addicted to lead, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that's terrible. But it became a cool thing to hear in music. It's fucked up. You know what I mean?
It takes like one rapper to die, and then no one's like, everyone's saying fuck lean, but it's too late. You know, what I mean, why couldn't we say fuck lean when we were
When it was
obviously
popular.
when everyone obviously was going through fucking effects and side effects of it, bro? It's crazy.
But that's just how it's gonna be always. It's gonna be like
Control.
when something's hot, we're not gonna pay attention to the bad parts about it
Yeah.
until somebody starts questioning. And nobody likes to hear the person that's questioning shit. And that's a sad truth.
The hill.
Like nobody wants to hear the guy in the corner that's like, yo, is it actually good for us?
Yeah,
Like, shut the fuck up, let's have fun. You know what I mean? There's people like that.
That's facts, bro.
Just a bitch asshole. You know what I mean? Like there's people like that. Like that's exactly how they would sound. Yeah. And at some point I understand like, yo, it should be a let's just have fun and relax thing. But at the same time,
Enemy team
it's good to
nearing
know
victory.
yourself just so you're not deceived.
Yeah. I know, man.
Like I never wish anybody to be deceived in their life. That's so like that's the worst thing, bro. Especially if you think you're doing something good for yourself.
That's why it was good that you paged me about the Balenciaga shit.
I page everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. It doesn't matter who.
A fake fan would have just let me wear that.
Yeah,
you
fam.
know.
Like, no, like it doesn't matter who it is. Like, you should be able to speak up to them and say your truth, right?
Yeah.
Cause look, if you don't have a voice, then what's the point, right? Like,
yeah. And some people don't understand that. It's like if your friend pages you, that doesn't mean they're just like not looking out for you. Like they're looking out for you.
yeah.
A real friend is like would page you for that
The
stuff.
people you don't care about are the people you don't even say words to.
Yeah.
Those are the people you don't care about, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You just hide it.
Yeah, but the people you really care about and it feels like you need to say something, that's when it matters the most. That's why, as hard as it sounds for some people, your parents, when they page you or like they kind of stress you out, sometimes it's coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
But it gets mixed up and miscommunicated sometimes, which is real.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they don't know how to express it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
then
too
of
stubborn.
course, like me being a teenager at the time and my dad telling me certain things, like I
You
wouldn't
think you
really
know
want.
it all.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to hear it. And that's the thing of like, Lo, just let me live, blah blah. But it's usually coming from a place of love, usually,
Always.
right? But you have to be able to be open-minded to that and willing to see where things land. The last thing you want is to just be fucking closed-minded, don't listen to nobody, and you end up not growing. And you just stay one person the rest of your life. That's the worst thing.
100, no growth. Oh, I see. No, I don't actually. I can't say it. But like one of my person I met at a party and stuff. Like, bro, he was so like, he's like our age, but he hasn't gone through experiences, right? So everything he does is like questioning, but it's like questioning as a kid. Like that's how protective bro's parents were. And it got so crazy because it's like I seen some parent at the door and it was his parents checking up on him. I'm like, bro, his parents walked down the street to check up on him as a 22-year-old is crazy. Like,
Damn.
like, yo, you are so like I wish you could just go out there and see the world.
Yeah.
But I think he's so like it was like talking to a baby family. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, what is this? I'm like, what do you mean? What is this?
But like different strokes for different folks, you know,
Yeah,
like
no,
everybody
real
has
shit.
their own kind of path.
Yeah.
And it just sucks when somebody wants a certain life and they
Yeah.
can't get it, but it's a different thing from if they're content with it, and you shouldn't like fuck up or like hate on what they like, you know, because everybody has their own happiness. That's for them to decide. Like, you shouldn't be hating on like, oh yo, he's blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, but is he happy? Is that what he wanted to do? Then shit, allow him. You know what I mean? But another thing is when, let's say, your friend is being held back and you care about him and want him to bring to what he is trying to achieve. That's different. And that's good to like help your friend up and, you know, kind of push him in that direction.
You
know what I'm saying?
should be.
Yeah. Going back to the apocalypse thing, I just had a crazy theory.
Yeah, let me see.
But because this is in the Book of Revelation, I was talking to JJ. JJ studied theology, and he pretty much said in the Book of Revelation, this is the biggest theory on it, that after death is like a purgatory until the coming of Christ again. This is like his theory. Now, What if life right now is purgatory? Like what you're experiencing right now.
Yeah, isn't it though? Because purgatory is the in between
Mhm.
heaven and hell. And would you say we're in purgatory? Because, yeah.
So what if until it's time for like the apocalypse or whatever it may be, this is exactly what's supposed to play out.
Yeah.
And this is how it's playing out. But it's not like quote unquote important.
Oh, this is not important. I think
That's,
this is
I don't know,
important.
it's just a theory though. It's just
No,
a theory.
because yeah, okay, you combine that theory with the blue beam theory
Yeah.
that a fake crisis is gonna come in.
Mhm.
Then as soon as that comes in, we're either gonna be transported up and down. So
Yeah.
right here is like, this is super important.
Yeah,
Because if there's no
If you
middle,
don't pick.
yeah, if there's no middle, people are not gonna, you know what I mean?
I don't like that theory.
Yeah.
I don't like that theory personally, but it's just interesting to think like, is this just like something that's playing?
Yeah, yeah. You know what's crazy? Like imagine like that's like just a video game. Like the Antichrist tells you like, yo, you have to choose your side. And then you know in 2K where you have to switch the
You just
controller.
pick, you just
yeah,
pick?
it's like, I'm
That's
gonna go after
Damn, bro. But if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
when you make a decision, this is what's crazy. You know when you wanna decide on something but you can't really decide? So what do? There's a common thing, you flip a coin.
Oh yeah.
This is what they say though.
Uh-huh.
They say you don't actually know until the coin is in the air. And when it's flipping around,
Yeah.
that's exactly when you know what you want it to land on. When it's actually in the air flipping.
But you don't call it before.
You in your head know what you want it to land on. So even whatever pops up or even whatever the result is, while it's in the air flipping and you think like what you want it to land on, that's exactly what you wanted to pick.
Take cover.
Because it takes like a throw up in the air or like a almost a sense of urgency or I don't know, adrenaline and mystery to really decide. You know what I'm saying?
In Banff, when we were driving around,
Mhm.
there was this hitchhiker, right? And then
You picked him up?
No. We had an extra space in the car. But obviously, me knowing like these hitchhiker stories, I'm telling the guys like, yo, bro, that guy is probably crazy. Like, let's not pick him up. But we have an extra seat, literally perfect. It's a perfect extra seat in the car. So imagine like, I will flip a quarter, play rock paper scissors. I'm like, yo, we're not doing that, right? So I'm like, yo, good thing I had a gut feeling because imagine that guy was.
That would be a different podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, that would be a different podcast.
Exactly. You never know.
Remembering Gavin, yo,
No,
that's fucked.
that's fucked.
That's fucked. Damn. Nah, but what's crazy though? Imagine you did pick them up and you survived like whatever happened.
And I would tell it.
Crazy.
That would be a viral.
That would be so crazy, bro.
No, I don't know. What do you call it? That's a good transition into the story I'm about to tell.
Yeah.
So there's this girl named Mary Vincent,
Yeah.
and she was like a hitchhiker back in the 70s,
Mhm.
and back then that was a popular thing, right? So I think she wanted to hitchhike from California back to Las Vegas because Las Vegas is her home,
Mm-hmm.
and then she trusted this old guy because he looked like his grandfather. I mean, her grandfather, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So shit was going blessed, right? In the whole ride. And I think it got weird when the guy started like touching her face. And she's like, wait. Okay,
Yeah.
no, this is getting weird. Like, okay, there's nothing on my face. Like, you're saying that there's something on my face. There's nothing there, right? So rest of the ride, blessed. Because she's sleeping. So when she what do you call it, wakes up from her nap,
Mm-hmm.
she looks around and they're at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And all signs are pointing, this guy is not taking me back to my home, right? And so she has the plan. The guy tells her, yo, I'm gonna go into the gasoline station and go pee real quick. And she's like, I bet. So as soon as he goes in, book it, right? So she sees her shoes are untied. She goes, ties them up real quick. Before she gets to lift her head back up, she gets hit in the back of the head with a sledgehammer. So this guy ends up taking her to the back of the truck, essays her,
Yeah.
and then she's telling him like, oh, please stop doing this. If you let me go and release me, I won't tell.
Yeah.
So the guy, his exact words, he said that. He said, oh yeah, you want to be free? I'll let you free. He takes a hatchet out of his toolbox, cuts both her hands.
No.
So Mary is like this, like no hand, no more. So the guy, after he's done with that, he releases her into a ravine, fam. And Taken this crazy, she survives all this.
Damn.
With no hands. Taken, she goes like, she takes her like whatever is left of her arms and puts it in mud to stop the bleeding. After she does that, she climbs down the ravine until she finds a couple.
That's fucked.
This couple takes her, helps her, and she
then she
goes to the
survived,
police station.
yeah.
The guy gets arrested.
Holy shit.
Imagine surviving that, bro. That's fucking crazy. Mary Vincent, bro.
She's a trooper,
A
for real.
warrior, a warrior.
For real.
Who would have think to put mud on your arms to stop the bleeding? I would have just said my mate. I go, realistically, fuck, I'm dead.
Damn. Yeah, because that's like arteries, bro.
Yeah, that's arteries.
Holy shit.
And she survived that. Good thing. That's real karma, bro. Like,
That's
that guy.
crazy. Nah, because a lot of people, they do this, like, something so, like, you wouldn't even think they would survive. You know, American, no, it's not American Sniper.
Where he had to cut off his arm?
No, that's Dave Franco.
Oh,
No, James Franco in
James Franco. Fuck.
127 hours. That's
Oh,
different. That's
okay.
different.
Okay.
No, there's this guy. He was part of like a Navy SEAL team. This is true. This guy was on Joe Rogan,
Really?
and pretty much what happened, there was like a whole facility of like Taliban that were chasing after them through the woods, right?
the hell?
And there were six of them. One by one, started dying off because getting shot,
Yeah.
whatever. They had to jump off a cliff. They have to jump off a cliff to try and escape
Yeah?
while they're shooting them.